We are outside a house of the dead, otherwise known as a steakhouse, where the animals from slaughterhouses are taken, served up on a pretty little plate, and charged an inflated premium to be an object for somebody's enjoyment. Thanks for being here. Who do I got here? Anybody here? It says there's two of you in here so far. I got a little get up today. Figured I'd posture like a journalist. Oh my, Clara, how's it going? Nice to see you. I was thinking maybe you'd make this one because it's like in your time space instead of like in the depths of night when I've been doing my live streams. It's got to be 3 a.m. for you. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Linda, nice to see you. Nice to see you. I think, Linda, I just saw you in Jem's live stream, and I thought that was so cool. I think you were in Jem's live stream. I thought it was awesome seeing Jem live. It was amazing. I was getting so pumped. And hopefully she does more of them. Such an amazing activist. I'm doing great. Yes, everything's going fantastic, you know, on all cylinders. The light's coming out now too. That's fantastic. The light is coming out. We're gonna have a great day right outside of this terrible place. But it would be great for getting people to critically think about their decisions, hopefully, and how their morals align with their actions. Awesome. Yeah, I wish I had seen more of that live stream, Linda. I'm just waking up. As you can see, I'm literally out of bed, slapped this on, did not do my hair, did not do any upkeep. So you get a disheveled journalist look today. But yeah, guys, so let's see if we can pump this a little bit. I did bring my sign, just in case we do some, I don't know, just maybe this would just be for the chat to kind of garner some exposure for the chat, to where it looks like I'm protesting. I don't know, it might bring some people in, so I might hold this up from time to time, or maybe I'll just hold it up now for a little bit and see what that does. But yeah, Claire, I'm sorry that I'm so late with my live streams now. I might be doing some more impromptu kind of during the day, but it has seemed to fall on Saturday night, and I'm telling you, it's like there's so many people outside to talk to you. But if you're just joining us, we are outside of a steakhouse, or what I like to call a house of the dead, where animals that have been murdered, essayed, you name it, will be put in a pretty little package or a pretty little plate, put on a pretty little plate, and served at a 10x inflated premium value prop for these unassuming, or not unassuming, but they just don't realize people that pay for things that their morals don't even align with, or are far from it, and for nothing. You know, these poor animals go to slaughterhouses, they get their throats slit, they get hung upside down, they get essayed, kicked, spit on, laughed at. Their life is eventually taken from them, their whole family's affected, and then their families are eventually killed, if their families are around with them. And then they wind up on this, in these four walls here, where somebody in a suit and a tie sits down and likes to show out with a glass of wine and a big part of their body, a big piece of their body parts on a plate. Very, very, very terrible place, this unfortunate building right here, and what we have shored up as civilization as a normal thing. Absolutely appalling, disgusting, abhorrent, and shouldn't even be existing. Very happy to hear and very happy to let you guys know that a local steakhouse about 3 miles away from here has just closed its doors due to lack of business. I don't know if I can say the name of it on TV, but we're all happy that the doors have closed. They were taking the tables out yesterday, and it's just something to celebrate. People can find other jobs. It's not the end of the world. It's a job. We're talking about sentient life of others. Your job means jack shit compared to somebody else's whole time horizon. So we're very happy to see that steakhouse close. So anyway, welcome to the chat. If you can, like and subscribe so we can bolster this and get this out here. I only got 3 likes right now. We're gonna need more if we're gonna pump this live stream and get everybody watching everybody. What about all the corn? What about all the corn and their kids? I don't know if I'm following you. The corn that's fed to animals? I think last time I checked, 70% of corn was animal feed. I love eating a good old roast or a juicy chicken sandwich and a steak. Well, Fletcher, that's not very nice of you, and I hope you're not a parent to anybody, because that's just a bad example to lead with. Violence is not the way, everybody. Hotbod says steak is gross, but chicken is good. Why don't you spend your time doing something actually productive? Well, I mean, it depends on your definition of productive, my friend. To some people's definition, being productive is working for the system of capitalism, excelling within such systems, scaling so you're a better exploiter and monetizer, to where you become wealthy, and then all of a sudden, you know, the cycle continues. Someone else comes up below you and exploits everybody below them. I happen to think that doing something productive is making people aware of how their actions distort with their values and tilting buying dynamics on a large scale and doing my part in that. So your definition is your definition. I mean, I'm not going to say what I think of that definition, but I think changing and helping to hopefully change buying dynamics and change systems that are archaic, disgusting, abhorrent, shameful, and just bad for our families, our kids moving forward into the next decades. I think that's pretty important too, but I don't know, just my little 2 cents. Anyway, if you're just getting here, I'm outside of a steakhouse, or I like to call it a house of the dead, where we're just showing the public, you guys in the chat, what it looks like. So the animals will get slaughtered on the farms. And well, let's go through the whole Genesis to Revelation, and maybe we'll use a dairy cow as the anecdote here. So a cow is born. If it's a girl, she will probably go to the dairy industry and live the same horrible, horrific life as her mother. If it's a boy, he may be going to the veal space, or he may be going off to beef. If he does go off to the beef industry, it will be around the 18 to 24 month time metric when he is eventually taken away and hung upside down with his throat slit. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Good morning. We don't see too many people this early.
Oh, that's right. I'm just out here doing a little live stream.
Oh, okay. You with a blogger?
Have a great day. So the cow is hung upside down, throat slit, whole time horizon taken away from it, all so it can just go to be eventually inside the 4 walls of shown space to be presented as a piece, as an object for somebody to enjoy that will be forgotten in a matter of hours. This is what you subscribe to if you eat meat. This is what you subscribe to if you go to steakhouses. This is what you subscribe to if you are paying homage to animal agriculture in any way, shape, or form. It's disgusting, it's abhorrent, it needs to stop, it's shameful, it's a bad example for us and our kids. So let's all think about things moving forward, and think about the vote you do with your dollar. Because that's the only vote that gets counted, is the vote with the dollar. If you're just joining, this is James with the Vegan News. I'm outside of Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in my little town, and we're just showing a house of the dead and actually describing and framing what goes on inside said 4 walls and how things go from A to Z, Genesis to Revelation, as far as slaughterhouse to steakhouse. Thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe. this will be our endeavor for the next 45 minutes or so. And I see we have quite a few people in the chat stirring up some talk. Let's take a question from somebody. Hey, Jake, how's it going? Let's make all animals that eat animals vegan, gang. This is quite the one you hear all the time. Now, the person that said this, 1500 Wes, thanks for being here, first off. I appreciate your curiosity. I appreciate you coming in here. Maybe there was a whisper of something that said, I should go into this chat. So yes, animals eat other animals, animals rape other animals, animals eat their own children. Should we look to that horizon for our moral guidance? I'll let that be rhetorical. It kind of has to be, because you're not actually here. You can't exact audible sound bites, and I'm probably not going to look for your response. But should we look to those horizons for our moral guidance? Last time I checked, I really don't think so. You are a human being, a grown-up person with moral agency and the ability to see right and wrong. We are to be stewards and protectors of those weaker than us, not exploiters and destroyers. I would contest. Let's take another question. Let's see. Jake's a great activist. Thanks for being in here, Jake. Yeah, are we getting more get a job? Oh, thank you very much, 1500. Everybody like and subscribe. It's just going to help us bolster this message, help us reach more people, try to illuminate people's own value systems to their action systems. Fletcher says, looks like a nice place to get lunch. Fletcher, do you really want to get lunch inside of a place like that? Inside of those four walls where they serve dead flesh, dead parts of beings? Do you really want to do that? And also, is that the example you want to set as a human being? Someone that votes for systems like that oppress 18 to 24-month-old, essentially they're toddlers. These guys are 18 to 24-month old. They're toddlers, guys. You are affecting younglings, children. You're taking away their whole lives. You're taking away everything from their families. All for the sake of wait for it, all for the sake of here it comes. Yum, yum. That's it. Nothing nutritionally. You need nothing nutritionally from an animal. Did we get the memo on this yet, guys? You need nothing. I'm going to say it again. You need nothing nutritional from an animal. Zero, nothing. There's no excuse now to not go vegan. You need nothing. Well, thanks for the question. I eat everything. I'll eat American. I'll eat Chinese. I'll eat Thai. I'll eat Japanese fusion. You name it, I eat everything under the sun. Every single style of food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'll have something different. One of my biggest staples, I like pasta. I like oatmeal. I'm tilting a little bit more raw as of lately, so I've been eating a lot of bananas. You can eat these things too, everybody. You don't have to eat someone. And I mean that with love. I don't mean that in any kind of, because we've all been lied to by profit narratives that have shored up places like that and made them a normal thing in our society. We've all been lied to. So the anger is all channeled in one thing and one thing only, and that's profit-driven narratives. Everybody in here is my human brother and sister. And we should all look out for each other in our fleeting decades that we're in this, human body and walking this earth. Why not strengthen our moral muscles and see above things and actually vote with our own ethos instead of voting with our automata, of which everybody else is doing, and shoring up these systems of violence, hate, rape, you name it, just for the sake of I'm going to say it again, just for the sake of a yum-yum. So the big question is to everybody in this room is this: why aren't you vegan yet? Why aren't you vegan yet? And I would contest that a lot of you are vegan at heart. If you're against animal abuse, If you believe that animals should have bodily autonomy, then you are vegan at heart. But you're acting against your own values if you are listening to the orders which you've been given from profit narratives, profit-driven narratives. And that's where all this emotion and intensity is channeled at. It's the profit-driven narratives. You, me, everybody in here, you're my human brother and sister. We are all together in this. And we have the option now, once being illuminated to vote with our ethos and not vote with kind of a thoughtless automata. Thanks for being here. If you're just getting here, I'm outside of a steakhouse today, and we're just showcasing a House of the Dead. And we're showing basically where all slaughtered animals will go to be served up on a pretty little plate for an inflated 10x premium to an unsuspecting person that may not even be able to connect what they're seeing on their plate with what they're actually doing and voting for and even putting into their vessel. So it's a very disgusting place. Very happy to announce that one of the steakhouses near my house did close 2 days ago. It's a big one, and they just weren't getting the business, and we're all very happy to see that they were shut down. It's very happy to see things like this happen. Jobs, you can find another job. But these sentient beings, it's their whole life. It's their whole life. Thanks for being here, guys. Like and subscribe. We'll be out on the street speaking up for the animals every week. Today we happen to be outside of this abhorrent steakhouse where nothing but violence lies inside, products of. Let's take a question. Who's got a question from the viewership? Let's take a question and put you on TV and answer your question. So, what do we got here? Here we go. Someone says plants are sentient. We won't go into that one. How about you go find a job? You need mental help, Fat Matt says. So find a job. So this is what Fat Matt is saying. His definition of something worthy or productive to do is just to jump into the capitalistic hamster wheel and start working for the exploitative violent system that it is, and exploit, scale, more, until the next person can come down below you, be exploited, then they start exploiting. This is not an example, and I hope you're not a parent lamenting that. I hope you're not leading somebody down a dark, fruitless path with that sentiment. We happen to be out here speaking up for the vulnerable, those who can't speak, and those who have whole time horizons ahead of them, those who have eyes to see, noses to breathe, brains to think, kids, families, you name it, the ability to love, have a subject experience of this beautiful earth that we're on. We're here to defend them against profit-driven narratives, which you are championing with your sentiment. And you are saying, I believe in violence. How you doing? I believe in murder and things along those lines. And you're doing it with your dollar. You're showcasing it with your dollar. Sorry to be so harsh, my friend, but we have to unsettle you a little bit. Okay, let's take a question. Somebody shore me up with a question from the chat, please. All right. Tyler says, I do it in my backyard. Whew. Should be in prison, sir. Chaotic, knobbed cat, some cat guy, eat meat. Clara says, choose kindness and compassion. Thank you, Clara, for a voice of reason in this sea of debauchery that now presents in the chat. Kindness and compassion. Shouldn't we be teaching our children kindness and compassion? By the way, everybody, please, if you're in here and you're engaging, just like the stream. We're trying to pump this and get more and more people in the next half an hour. So please like this stream. Subscribe. It's just going to help me boost this algo. We got about 100 of you in here. I want 200. I want 300. I want 400 people in here. So please, you got to like it, or we're not going anywhere with the momentum here. But Clara says, choose kindness and compassion. This is the golden rule, and this is what we should be teaching kids. We should not be examples that go inside four walls like this and say, I believe in violence, I believe in bullying, I believe in sexual assault. That's not good parenting. That's not good leadership. That's not a good example to your peers. So please consider your actions and how they proliferate far and wide. If you're just getting here, we are outside of a steakhouse. We are showcasing a House of the Dead, and we're doing a little talk on how food gets from Genesis to Revelation, A to Z, slaughterhouse to steakhouse. Okay, somebody has a big sentiment here. So when people pay for vegetables, they aren't profiting from the sale of vegetables, so they give all the money they make away. Please explain if that's what's happening. Adam, I'm a little unclear. Maybe I need more context on your question. Thank you, Clara. Yes, like and subscribe. So I think you're kind of, it's kind of a, I don't know if you're really in line with the message of here. What we're really doing here on a very general basis is trying to appeal to people's nobler motives and sense of ethos and getting them to vote for systems that are not exploitative. So, you know, when you vote, I'll clear up a few things right off the bat. I know we're going to have people in here that are going to say plants have feelings, and you're going to have people in here, or they're going to talk about crop deaths, the beetles, the bugs, the beavers, etc., that are killed in the farming of animals. So both of those arguments actually argue for veganism, whether or not the posturer knows it or not. Both of those arguments actually argue, hi guys, for veganism. So it all comes down to conversion ratios, input versus output, but you kill 8 times more plants when you're not vegan, so you're going to kill 8 times more of those beetles, bugs, you name it, when you're not vegan. The whole idea of the vote is to vote for systems that do not exploit. Taking your dollar out of the direct exploitation, which is the paying directly for the animal flesh. There's always going to be peripheral damage when we're living in a non-vegan world where 99% of the people are not vegan yet. Farmers, 99% of farmers are not vegan yet. Do you think that farmer is going to look after that mole, that beetle, that bug, be a steward of plant life? They don't give a shit, because we're all inundated with the same fallacious industry narrative garbage, and no one's thinking. We're all just seeing the animals as objects, and this is what we're trying to change with live streams like this, to kind of appeal to your ethos and let you know that you don't need anything nutritional from an animal. You need zero. Who in the chat has something that they think you need from an animal? Go. Come on, guys, shoot it out. What do you think you only can get from an animal? Come on, I want to see it. I'll tee it up. Let's see. There's no excuse anymore, guys. I'm not seeing nothing. I like that. Grow up and focus on yourself. Nuggets, Simon, that's not a good answer. I want nutrition. No, iron comes from plants. I want nutrition. Bacon, no, that's not good enough, Fletcher. American. I'm American. Great. I mean, if you really want to know. All right, no one's giving me anything. Guys, there's absolutely nothing that you cannot get. There's nothing that you can just get everything from a vegan diet. You don't eat anything from a non-vegan diet. Yeah, nobody's got anything. I'm hearing crickets, guys. So if we need nothing from an animal to survive, then that leaves us with looming implications. And here's the question. Why in the hell are we doing this to them? Pleasure. Yeah, it's pleasure. You nailed it. Apologize for my disheveled look. Now my hair is showing. I literally kind of woke up a little late, so I had to just get up and out. I look like I'm a journalist, but I was drunk the night before. I promise you I had no beer the night before. Anyway, if you're just getting here, like and subscribe to this stream. Pump this video. I only have 17 likes. You all need to do your part and hit the like. We need to bolster this. I want 200, 300, 400 people in here. I want people learning about steakhouses. Steakhouses, or houses of the dead, are what we need to shut down. Thanks, Clara. Let's go. So these are the places we need to shut down. All these jobs need to go away. These are terrible, abhorrent, terrible jobs. You have people, whether or not they know it or not, they're serving pieces of dead flesh solely. Shut it down. And it's same thing with slaughterhouses. Shut them down. Shut them all down. Get these jobs out of here. Slaughterhouses are they're such a terrible place for people's mental capacities. It messes them up. They end up being domestic abusers. They end up there's a high suicide rate within the employee space of slaughterhouses. They go home, they beat their wives, they're violent. It's because they're exacting violence on others every day. This is cruel to shore up and support as a human being. You're putting somebody in that position when you vote for meat or cheese or milk or eggs. When you vote for a steak, you're saying, I could care less about your mental health. Go crazy. Go home, beat your wife. I support violence. And then on top of that, you're going in there and you're voting for the sentient being to be hung upside down, throat slit, all the stuff, all the above. For one thing and one thing only. And here it comes again. Your yum-yums. Sorry, that doesn't constitute taking away somebody's whole time horizon. Shame, shame. If you're just getting here, let's see if I could take another question from the chat. Please make it an intelligent one. Vegan or not, you're a great man. Bless you. Well, I appreciate that, Tristan. Thanks for being here. But this is James with Vegan News, everybody. I'm a vegan journalist outside of a steakhouse, just showcasing and doing a little framing today in describing what happens in order for product to get inside those four walls and be consumed, and lamenting the fact that all of these need to be shut down and totally abolished. Anybody got a good question? Okay. Any plans to get married and start a family? Coop, I'm married and I have a family. I got kids, my friend. And these kids are vegan. And they actually vote with their ethos. And they will be good examples to their children as well. So thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, unfortunately, when we vote for meat and cheese and milk and eggs, we are exacting bad parenting to our family. There's no argument around that. Our actions speak louder than our words, I think we all would agree. And when we go out and we put the vote for these systems, we tell our family, listen, violence is okay. Sexual assault, that's okay too. Bullying, it's great. Now, you might not be saying that directly or even consciously, but you're saying it with your actions. And we all know that the actions eclipse the words on a tenfold basis. And once again, I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm not trying to be, come down on anybody. All the emotion and all the energy is all aimed at one thing and one thing only. And it's not my beautiful human brother and sisters in this chat. It is against the profit narratives that have tricked you into going into a place like this, into these four walls, paying $100 for a piece of somebody's dead flesh. And then on top of that, to put it into your vessel. Yeah, essaying happens within the animal agriculture space. These poor animals get essayed, and they also get kicked, spit on, laughed at. It's unfortunate. How many of you we got in here? We got 105 of you, only 20 likes? No, up it. Come on, guys. Everybody like this. You're enjoying the conversation, even if you're enjoying trolling, I don't give I don't care. I need to see this at 30 or 40, soon. And we need to get this up to 200, 300 people. Let's get some more people in here. Let's rile it up. I appreciate you all for being here. Once again, my name is James. I'm with the Vegan News, and I'm outside of a House of the Dead, also known as a slaughterhouse, a place where shameful, abhorrent acts take place in. And we show our true colors as a society and what we champion and value with our vote for violence, essaying, murder, and these things. And we are doing it without even realizing it. because we have been tricked by profit-driven narratives that tell us that meat and cheese and milk and eggs are normal and necessary and nice. And guys, you've been had. You've been lied to. They want you following their orders. They want you attacking me right now. That's what they want you to do. And they love it. They love it. They laugh. They laugh while the money just keeps rolling in. Thanks for being here, everybody, on a serious note. And we did get some likes in the last few minutes, so I appreciate that. I guess you guys acted on my ask. So let's get some more. You get me up to 50 likes in, I'm gonna say 5 minutes. I'll do as many push-ups as I can right out here in front of the steakhouse. But get me up there. You got 5 minutes to get me to 50, and I'm doing 50 push-ups. And if that happens, it's only a net positive. We want to expose this industry. We want to expose steakhouses. We want to shut them all down and get rid of these terrible jobs that transcend, that come from the slaughterhouse industry, where we really want to get rid of those jobs, where people are getting fucked up in the head, domestic abuse happens, people get violent, people commit, they take their own lives because of the crap and shit that they see and they have to do in their everyday work life. So, all right, now we're cooking with fire. Let's keep it going. Let's get to 200. 200 people in here. I want 50 likes in the next, you got 4 minutes, and I'm doing 50 push-ups right outside of this steakhouse. If you are just getting here, my name is James. I'm with the Vegan News. I'm a vegan journalist right now outside of the very shameful Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, where poor animals have their whole lives taken away from them for the sake of a yum that a unassuming, unsuspecting person will pay for, and not only pay for their death and execution, but put their flesh into their body, into their temple, and destroying their what once was purity and innocence. We're all born vegan, innocence, benevolence, well-meaning, and then it's all taken away from us as we kind of ascend that chronological gradient. It's all taken away from us. And profit narratives, they tell us that we have to do these things. They direct us, our parents, they direct, you name it, everybody in your life, your pastor, your parents, your doctors, your friends, they're all doing the same thing. They're all following orders from industry. And it's very unfortunate. And all the energy and the kind of yespa that I may be exacting in here is not towards you people in the chat. It's to the profit narratives that have tricked you. We want to open your eyes to the truth. You've been had. And places like this need to be shut down because we are voting with our dollar for something like that to stay in business. And everything that shores that place up is of nothing but immoral. We're talking violence, death, murder, rape, everything connected to those 4 walls right there. When you walk in those 4 walls and you buy a steak or you buy whatever, chicken, you name it, you're voting for violence. And if you're a parent, you're exemplifying to your children that violence is okay, that bullying is okay. This is bad parenting. So take the harsh message take the harsh message and just see and use it as anger to channel you to look further into this, to look underneath things, to see how you've been lied to. You need nothing nutritional from an animal, 0. And you can find all the tastes in the vegan world. The seasoning, the saucing, the texturing. You can find the meat, the cheese, the milk, and eggs, all the vegan version of. And nobody has to die. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Let's see how many likes we got. Oh, not quite up to 50, so we'll give it a few more minutes. You get me to 50 likes. We'll give you another 5 minutes, and we'll be doing maybe 50 push-ups outside of this steakhouse and in front of everybody here. So it'll be quite the spectacle. There's a lot of people walking around now. But if you're just getting here, the big question is today, why aren't you vegan yet? Okay, who in the chat thinks you need something nutritional from an animal, and tell me what it is. What's going on, buddy? Okay, let's see what you guys got. Anybody? Who in the chat has something that you need nutritionally from an animal? Calcium? Nope, that comes from plants. Let's see what you got. The milk industry lies. They tell you calcium, you need to get calcium from your dairy milk. That's a lie. Flavor, nope, that's a lie too. Iron from plants. Protein from plants. Where do all the animals get the protein, guys? Where do they get this protein? Because they're eating the plants. Prime rib, nope, no one's got anything. God provided us meat. Who am I to turn him away? If Jesus was here, do you think he would kill an 18 to 24-month-old for his taste pleasure? Come on. No, don't appeal. The whole religious argument actually argues for veganism. If you believe compassion is one of the pillars of your religion. If it's not, then I can't help you there. That's right. Go vegan, says Paulina. All right. Okay. We got some people in here. We're at 35 likes. Everybody like and subscribe to this channel. And please listen to this message. We are outside of Ruth's Chris Steakhouse right now. We are trying to take down places like this. We want to close all these steakhouses. A steakhouse is a product of a slaughterhouse, and right now we are doing Project Livestream, where there are activists all around the world that are outside of slaughterhouses showing you the genesis of your food, which is a very disgusting thing. Everybody watch Dominion if you can, and you can see where your food comes from. Profit narratives have tricked us to believe that what we're doing is normal. Everybody else is doing it. It doesn't matter. Animals have already been eaten. Animals eat other animals. It's the circle of life, blah, blah, blah. We evolve. All lies. All lies. You've been had. Profit narratives have got you. Stop following orders. Think for yourself. Use your intuition and remember, just remember. Because we've all been vegan. We're all born vegan. We're all compassionate deep, deep, deep down underneath everything. It's nothing but love. But it's all taken away by material profit narratives. Things in this physical world that thrive off of greed, money, and perpetual profit. These systems, these engines have convinced you all that eating meat is normal, it's necessary, and it's nice. And it's all a lie. Everybody like the stream. Everybody subscribe. Everybody go vegan. Okay, who's got a good question from the chat? I'm going to take one solid question from the chat, if anybody has an intelligent one, and we'll answer it here live on camera. Someone says, long live meat eaters. Carter says, shut up. Carter, great on you, buddy. Great on you. Somebody says, I have a question, but I can't see the question because the chat's going so fast. Okay. Pickles says, what's your favorite food to eat? Great question. I eat all kinds of stuff, guys. I'll have Chinese, I eat American, I eat Thai, I eat Japanese fusion, Caribbean, every single ethnic kind of food you can find the vegan version of. All you got to do is find the appropriate vegetable, apply the proper seasoning, saucing, and texturing, and voila. But for breakfast, I could have oatmeal with seeds, nuts, and berries. I could have pancakes. I could have, you name it, cereal. For lunch, I could have a big burger. I could have a vegan steak. So you don't have to go into those four walls to have a steak. There are mushroom steaks. There are cauliflower steaks. You don't have to go into an abhorrent, shameful, disgraceful place like that to have a steak. You can make the vegan version of. I eat, for dinner, I could have, spaghetti. I could have pasta. I could have sushi, you name it, there's the vegan version of everything. And it's easy to find. But your why has to be strong enough. You get your why strong enough, you figure it out. And there's no more push, it pulls you. There's no more push, it will pull you. It's automatic. But once that inflection point happens, it's all great. Oh, no. Jesus says, what are the benefits from once being an omnivore to now being vegan? Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, I did eat omnivore or eat carnivore, I would say, before going vegan. And thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. So I was omnivore, carnivore for quite a long time, solid 30 years of my life. And I was still healthy. I was still, running, lifting, all that stuff. Um, I'll tell you, health benefits. Like once I went vegan, I felt a marked uptick in energy, and I also got leaner real quick because you're not putting all that cholesterol, saturated fat. You're not putting the hormones, the growth factors, just all this shit into your body. So you're gonna lose like bad weight. You're gonna get lean quicker. And that's one of the things that I noticed when I first went from carnivore to vegan. I was a big meat eater, everybody. I was inside places like that. I was paying for systems like that to be sustained. And I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. But just like everybody else in here, it's none of our faults because we've all been lied to by profit-driven narratives that thrive off of our ignorance, thrive off of our naivety, and just want the money to keep coming in at its at the basis of which it's been coming in. And that means keeping people lied to and keeping this messaging prominent in people's heads. But a lot of health benefits. I was just as strong in the gym. I've started distance running, and I do a bit of distance running now. Everything's great for your body. You can be healthy. You can be healthy per se on either, but the real reason we go vegan, it's for the animals. It's for the vote for our authenticity as compassionate, realized human beings. To be good parents, to be good peers, to be good friends, to be good examples. We do it for the ethos. And once you make that vote, and once you have that inflection point, everything else unfolds automatically. And you're pulled towards this ethos and this kind of golden rule living. And you'll find the vegan versions of. But thank you all for being here. I love all my human brother and sisters. We are all one, my friends, whether you like it or not. And this whole messaging, it may sound harsh. I am dramatic. I have a flair for the melodrama. I have a bit of an acting background, so you might see that come out a little bit. But the messaging is for you. It's in the spirit of love, and it's for you. And all the emotion, intensity, whatever I'm saying, it's geared towards one thing and aimed at one thing and one thing only, to take down profit-driven narratives that have tricked you. Thank you very much for the second donation. See who that was. Jesus Gutierrez. Gutierrez, I might have said that wrong. See if my trial of going vegan sticks or not. Regardless, respect, keep what you're doing, brother. Yeah, go for it. It's great to test it out, but you may find that something whispers to you. And everybody watching this may find that even after watching me, something whispers to you to look into this more. That's your own intuition telling you that, if you do experience that. I want to challenge everybody right here and right now to watch the movie Dominion. I want to challenge everybody right here, right now, to watch The Best Speech You Will Ever Hear by Gary Yourofsky. You can find this on YouTube. If you're just getting here, my name is James. I'm with the Vegan News. I'm outside Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. We are here just showcasing this shameful building where nothing but violence, rape, murder are consumed on a regular basis at the expense of people's sovereignty, autonomy, purity, health, all for profits, all for the profit-driven narratives to sit back and laugh as the money keeps coming in. I'm here to tell you today that you do not have to subscribe to places like this anymore. You can boycott these four walls. Great news. Locally, yesterday, it was announced that one of the big steakhouses where I happen to live has shut down. And I think the animals are very happy about that. And I think the slaughterhouse employees that are affected by such dynamics, it's nothing but a net positive for them either. When you vote for milk, when you vote for meat, you're voting for violence. You're voting for violence to our human brother and sisters, and you're voting for violence to our animal brother and sisters. Factory farm workers are of the most oppressed. They go home, they beat their wives, they hurt themselves, they exact violence. Why? Because they're exacting violence on a daily basis. They become desensitized to it. We take their sovereignty, we take their purity, we take everything, and we don't even know we're doing it. But the profit-driven narratives that are the puppeteers, they know they're doing it. They know you're doing it, and they want you to keep doing it. So the challenge today is to stop following orders. Stop following orders. Intuition. What does your heart tell you? But let's see how many likes we got, guys. We're at 40 likes. We got to get to 50. I have about 5 more minutes. At the 50-minute mark, we will be signing off. James Durkin from the Vegan News will be signing off. And we'll be out of this endeavor for the day. I want to thank you and thank all the vegans that have been here for the stream. Thank all the non-vegans for listening. I want to thank everybody for being in here, whether you're vegan or not. Something is whispered to you to stay in this chat. Even if you're a troll, maybe something still whispers to you underneath. Please, don't let that whisper just dissolve. Follow up. Watch Dominion. Watch the best speech you'll ever hear. Listen to yourself. Listen to your own intuition. That's the only thing we should be listening to, not any kind of outside authority that gives us directives and tells us what to do. You listen to yourself. And it will guide you inevitably to that of love and benevolence. And places like this are just products of profit-driven narratives that have festered into this world and have seeked to take away people's autonomy, sovereignty, purity, and they have succeeded. And right now in 2025, we have this unbelievable ability to boycott these systems of violence and to only vote for benevolence as best as we can until we reach that vegan world. And everybody in here can do it. Maybe there's somebody in here who hasn't said anything in the chat and is just kind of quiet, just kind of listening, maybe kind of curious. I see you. I wasn't vegan for 30 years. But once you're illuminated with the truth, sometimes it's hard to look back. You can't unsee it. The truth doesn't move. It'll be there. I want to thank everybody for being here. One more time, we're outside of a steakhouse, just showcasing this shameful place and telling people not to go there, telling people to boycott meat and cheese and milk and eggs, telling people to vote with their hearts and not with their taste buds and taste pleasure. The only reason people go in there and pay $100 per plate of a dead piece of somebody is for a yum-yum. You need nothing nutritional from an animal, nothing nutritional from their secretions. Everything is found from the earth of the plants. This is James Durkin with the Vegan News signing off. Thanks everybody for being here. Bye to my friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next live stream, which, by the way, is tonight on the street while we talk to the public like we do every week with our big sign that says, "Why aren't you vegan yet?" So we'll be out there tonight reaching out again. Everybody who's a vegan activist that's in here, go check out Project Livestream. That's what we are doing this through right now. There are right now a bunch of vegan activists, myself included, outside of steakhouses, slaughterhouses, you name it, making people more aware. And that is our goal, to illuminate awareness to the to the public. So check out Project Livestream. If you want to be a part of this, contact Mel and Steve. It's a great initiative, and we're reaching a lot of people. Look at this stream. Look at how many people are being reached right now. It's going to be in the thousands, and it's beautiful for the animals. Nothing but a positive. Moving forward, let's move forward in these new frontiers of compassion and partnership, and get out of this whole competitive, exploitative landscape of which we've all been living in for scores, decades, even centuries. All right, everybody, signing off. Take care. Go vegan.